First episode of Swing Nation, the first of anything is going to be really hard. We had to find a location. Fortunately, our buddy Kirk allowed us to tape in the basement of his cafe. He had a coffee cafe, and we set up in the basement, and we put this like black sheet behind us, and we set up 4 cameras. I think it was 4 at first. Yeah. Set up 4 cheap cameras. We had to rig everything up in the ceiling. We had to figure out the lighting. The lighting was terrible. We had this little dinky analog switcher. So technically it was pretty tricky. And also miking all of us. We actually used the microphones in front of us, which usually a show would just set a microphone up and it'll be just like a showpiece, but they'll be mic'd like this guy right here. They'll really be mic'd. But we had to actually use the mics. So it was pretty tricky, but we got through it. And the expectations were to just have a place for Lindy Hoppers, have a show for Lindy Hoppers to watch and to see dancing and to hear commentary about dancing. It was the only one of its kind as far as we knew. I mean, no one else was doing the amount of work that we were doing to do this show. I mean, but just because you do a lot of work doesn't mean that you're right. I understand that. We all understood that. But it was a labor of love. And the result, I think, it was expected that our first few shows were going to suck. And we were okay with that. We were okay with just sucking until we got better and better. And I think if you look on YouTube, I think by about season 3 or 4, even season 3 or 4, we really caught our stride. So the show really started looking better. We got backdrops for the show. We actually moved our location, I think, after season 3 to a nicer place that we had better lights. We just kept getting better and better and better and better. But once again, it all comes down to the content. Like if the content's not there, no one wants to watch it. Well, who cares?